All right, we're back with another Motorcycle Mall shootout. Today we have a Honda CB300R versus a Yamaha MT-03.
Some beginner bikes, awesome naked beginner machines, both from Honda and Yamaha. Super excited to talk about this because we sell so many of these beginner bikes.
Yep.
A lot more here on the Yamaha MT side.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like the CB300 is a little bit underrated in some ways, especially in the beginner naked bike category. I feel like it gets overlooked a little bit, even though it's not a million miles off as far as specs go.
No, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, so we're gonna get into it. We have 286cc liquid cooled single cylinder 4-stroke over here in the CB300.
Yeah, we're here, of course, with the Yamaha 321 cc's liquid cooled, 4 valves, inline twin, right? So really something that I got a little bit more power, I'd say.
Yeah, so we're looking at 31 horsepower over here on the CB300.
Yeah, here Yamaha's calling it an estimated, but we're looking at 41.5 horsepower here with the Yamaha MT-03.
So that's significant. That's a good horsepower gain over there. Torque over here on the CB, we're looking at 20.3 foot-pounds of torque.
21 foot-pounds of torque here on the Yamaha.
So again, a little edge to the Yamaha.
Listen, you know, when you're looking for an entry-level 300 cc's, you have a tendency to go a little bit more power. Looking for that, you want something to last too as well, right?
Yep.
Not so much that you're going to outgrow it. So
yeah, exactly.
Could be a factor in people making that decision a little bit more in Yamaha than Honda.
Definitely, definitely. And then the fuel system, I think, is pretty similar with both bikes. We have fuel-injected bikes. This one's got a 38mm throttle body on it.
Yeah, listen, same here. Fuel injected on the Yamaha MT-03. So very, very similar when it comes to that. Fuel economy, though?
Fuel economy, I think we're going to win that one. We got about 70 miles per gallon.
Yamaha,
on this bad
I think,
boy.
is claiming 62 on the MT-03. So
we're just edging it out just a little bit. Similar transmissions, again, both 6-speed. I know we kind of jumped over that one a little bit, but yeah, both 6 speeds.
Assist and slipper clutch on both?
Yep, slipper clutch in both. No rear wheel hop from downshifts and stuff like that if you're not the smoothest with the clutch, so that should help you out a little bit, save you some. Front suspension on the Honda, I think actually might edge out the Yamaha. This thing's got 41mm inverted Showa forks on this thing, which is pretty solid, forks. Shouldn't need a whole lot of adjustment, especially for a beginner rider.
37mm KYB inverted forks on the MT-03.
I say these ones are a little bit better just because they're, with the bigger fork tube, the way that everything is moving around in there, I think it's smoother. Yeah, I'm not the biggest suspension guy, but I know a little bit about how it works just from using it. So
you just explain it and they adjust it for you on track.
Yeah, I just come in, complain about everything, and we try to fix it. So that's about all I know when it comes to suspension. And I know how to bend fork shims real well.
Yep.
Do some big wheelies and always bending shims. But onto the rear suspension, we got a ProLink single shock on this thing. So fairly standard, very similar on the Yamaha. They're both very basic shocks that we have on these.
Single shock,
here.
same thing here on the MT-03. We do have 7-step preload adjustable on the MT.
Another bonus.
Yeah.
Another bonus over there.
Yeah.
Front brakes, we have a single 296mm disc with ABS on this thing, and the back disc is a 220mm disc with ABS as well. So
Yamaha's, of course, on the front, 298mm
hydraulic more.
Single disc, right, with ABS, and the rear, of course, is going to be 220 similar hydraulic single disc with ABS on the MT-03.
Onto the tires. So this thing on the CB has a 110/70/17 on the front, and on the back a 150/60/17. So compared to the Yamaha, it's got a 140 rear tire on the rear. You're getting a little bit wider of a back tire on here. In theory, it should make it a little bit more stable. The Yamaha will turn a little bit sharper with that steeper tire on the back because it's a little narrower, so it's a little taller. But yeah, we're splitting hairs there really, but I think the wider rear tire being a little bit more stable might be better for a beginner rider.
Similar wheelbase?
Yeah, very similar wheelbase.
54 here, 0.3 on the Yamaha MT-03.
Yep, and we're looking at about 53.2 on the CB, so not too big of a difference when we're talking about bikes that are about 100-mile-an-hour bikes, more or less. So
here's the difference, though: not be as tall and have a tall inseam like us, I guess.
Yeah.
An inch can make a difference.
Yeah, an inch will make a big difference, especially for a beginner rider too.
Yeah.
Have a little bit more confidence, being a little bit more planted to the ground. Over here on the CB, we're looking at 31.6 inches seat height.
30.7.
So yeah, about an inch.
Yeah,
about an inch difference there. And
listen, people are coming in our parts department all the time saying, "Hey, how do I lower my bike?"
Yep.
On a lot of bikes, you know, and a half inch will do it, or an inch.
Yeah.
Right, is something that people are always looking for. So that could be also another reason, a big reason why you see a lot more sales here at Motorcycle Mall on the MT-03 versus the Honda.
Another thing too is the fuel capacity. So over here we're looking at 2.6 gallons here on the CB.
Yamaha's got you beat there for sure. We're looking at fuel capacity of 3.7 gallons. So that's a huge difference.
Yep. And that's going to be reflected in the weight a little bit. Over here on the CB, we're looking at 316 pounds wet weight.
Yeah, we're a little bit fatter here, right? We're a little bit fatter here. 373 pounds wet weight here on the Yamaha MT-03.
So some of that's going to also come from the motor.
Yeah.
Over there we have
size.
2 cylinders. Here we have 1.
Yep.
And then also the fuel capacity and things like that. So
for sure.
That's kind of where we're at. And
MSRP?
Then, yeah, MSRP on the CB is $5,149.
MSRP here on the Yamaha MT-03, $4,999.
The CB has no phone connectivity. It's got an LCD display, no USB port, whereas the Yamaha has a USB port, and they both have LED lights. So
yeah, smartphone connectivity on the Yamaha MT-03, which is
pretty cool.
Nowadays, it's like everybody is looking for that. Everybody wants that. All these manufacturers are putting that into most of their bikes.
More and more.
Yeah.
So the integration with our technology is coming into the motorcycle world, which
I'm
is
pretty
cool.
old. You're pretty young. I guess the new generation's looking for.
Yeah.
They want to be connected.
Don't want to miss a phone call because you're out riding, you know. So.
But be careful when you take that phone call.
Yeah.
I mean, they redid it recently, not this year, of course, but they recently kind of changed a little bit of the look, which is sharp. I like the different color rims as well. I'm a big fan of that, right? Yellow's a bold color.
Yeah, this one's the brightest one I could have picked. We had the black one downstairs, but I decided to pick the bright yellow one. Stands out a little more.
The Yamaha matte, though, I think is really sharp. I think we get a lot of customers come in that are looking for that color scheme. Love how they match it, of course, with the stripe and the blue.
Yep. Personally, I prefer the MT-03. I think it's a more aggressive design. I kind of just like that more futuristic headlight looking deal they got going on too.
Yeah, I'm going to agree too as well. From a styling standpoint, I think this is edging it out, which is still looking good.
Yeah.
Right? It's still a nice bike, and I think from back in my day, those entry-level 250cc bikes were pretty bad looking.
Heavy, slow, and ugly.
But correct, but these things are looking great now. So, listen, a lot of pros are here. Maybe not as many pros here. I'm picking the MT-03 too.
Yeah, I think that's a solid, safe bet. It's the MT-03, but this thing's also still a great machine, and yeah, it'll get you around town, rack up the miles. It's a Honda, so she'll never die.
She'll never die.
Just keep you rolling, keep you on the road, and get you where you got to go. So
let's hear from you, right? Comment below, let us know what you're picking. If you had the choice of Honda or Yamaha, which one are you going for? Which one are you picking?
Let us know in the comments. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and catch us in another Motorcycle Shootout video here at Motorcycle Mall. Peace.